Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is a floss tube extra. I have been asked to do a demonstration of, hopefully that's not too glary, of how I put my fabric on a qsnap and sit it on there properly. Now this is my way of doing it. Doesn't mean it's the only way you can do it, doesn't mean it's the right way to do it. This is just the way that I do it, and I find it works for me. So don't think that this is the right way and the only way you should do it. This is just the way it works for me. So I have my qsnap. I've taken all my clamps off. Now I thought I would do it with Game of Swans because I had to move it anyway. So what I do is I sit it over the top of the qsnap where I want to stitch. Make sure that that's away from the qsnap so there's room. Now I've got to do 2 flowers in here, I think, and I think there's something under there. So I just sit it where I want it. Where'd my felt go? Did Tiger take it? Nope, fell on the floor. Now what I do is I put felt around it. Now that's just to save the material so that the clamps don't put a hole in it. So I put that on and then I just clamp it. Now I do the top and then I do the bottom and then I do the top. Because if you do a top and then a side, it might be warped and not sitting properly. So put the next one in. Put the next bit of felt in. Push the clamp on. Next bit of felt. And put the clamp on. And then I just tighten it as I want it. Depending on how tight you want it. So that's pretty drum tight. Now you can stitch, you can stitch in the well if you'd rather stitch in the well, which is that way. Doesn't matter, whichever way you want to stitch. I always stitch on the top, so I don't have a problem. But that's drum tight. Now you can put it in a frame, in a stand. I have a smart stand which claps up here, so all I do is I move that up a bit and then it'll just click onto there. And that's how I put it in. Apologies about the dog. Now to take them off, some people slide them. I'd prefer not to slide them because I don't know if it's going to come off the felt and put a hole in the fabric. So what I do is I loosen them. I get my fingernails underneath and then just pull it off. And I do the same all the way around. Just loosen them off. Slip your fingers underneath. Or you could do it on, I do it from the back, but you can do it from the front. And then you're off again. Now to do it, if you want to do it so that it's, see that one was not on stitches whatsoever. So if you want to do it where it's on stitches, we'll just go down here for instance. Now the clamp is going to be on, move it around a bit. That's where the clamp's going to go. Now it's going to go over stitches. Now, I've had no problems with it flattening stitches or anything. I've had no problem because most of them I wash. This one I don't wash because it's a dyed fabric. So what I would do, I would put the material over a bit and then put some felt on as well. And then put your clamp on. And do that all the way around. Well, that's the only one that has stitching on, but I'd still put the felt there. I just find it easier, and there's no saying that the clamps will wreck the stitches. Some people say it flattens them, some people say they don't have any problems. Myself, I don't have any problems. Now that's covered on the stitches and there's not a problem. Now I could stitch up there. That's not a problem. So to take it off, you just do exactly the same. and they come off fairly easy. This is, well, as you can see, the clamps, there's two different sort of clamps here. One's got a lip, one doesn't. So this is a mix and match one. I've put the clamps on the wrong ones, but they all fit, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, just take it all off. Now, as you can see, my stitches are still okay. There's nothing wrong with them. They're not flattened. Now, I do my floss tubes every 2 weeks, as you know. The ones that are in the qsnaps, unless I need the qsnap, I leave in the qsnap. Unless I need the qsnap for another project, it just stays in there until I work on it again. Now, if I wasn't going to be working on it for, say, 6 months, yes, I would take it off the qsnap. But if it's only going to be like 2 weeks or even a month, because sometimes I don't get to them again for another month, I still leave them on the qsnap. As long as you've got some felt. If you don't have felt, some people use dishcloths. New dishcloths before you use them for the sink. That does well. Another bit of fabric. Anything that you have really will do the trick. As long as it's just a buffer for the stitches. So it just protects them. And like I said, I've had no problems. See, none of these stitches, to me, they don't look flattened. And I've been stitching since 2016, maybe. And I haven't had any problems with the clamps and the material. And I've been using qsnaps nearly all that time. Now, I've never slid them off, because if you slide them off, they will catch on the edge. Move that. If you slide them off, then if you don't have them correctly centered, they will hit this part of the qsnap, which could rip your material, especially if you don't realize that it's stuck on there and you keep pushing. I don't know if it would. I don't do it myself. I try to avoid that, so I only see if you slide it and that bit hits there, it's possible it could rip your material. I only pull them off. I've never slid them off for that reason. Some people had problems with them, some people don't. It's more or less your preference. But that's the way I do it. Like I said, I'm not saying that's the right way. I'm not saying it's the wrong way, but that's the way that works for me. So this demonstration was done for Denise. So I hope this really helps you. If you need any more advice, just let me know. I'm glad to help wherever I can. Might stitch on this today, actually. Now I've got it out. But yeah, I hope this helps. Like I said, if you need any more information or any more guidance, just let me know. If I can help in any way, I will. Thank you for watching my demonstration, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.